Yeah. A star. Yeah. I stopped chasing validation from a crowd that couldn't stay. Started building something stronger than the praise they gave away. Every lonely conversation with the man inside the glass forced me to confront the questions I kept running from too fast. I was bleeding through my confidence while calling it being strong, telling everybody I'm okay when everything felt wrong. It's amazing what a smile can successfully disguise when your heart is quietly collapsing behind tired eyes. I learned that real love doesn't disappear when life gets hard. It doesn't count your failures or keep score across your scars. The ones who stayed in silence spoke louder than applause, because loyalty is measured by your presence, not your words. So if you ever feel abandoned when your whole world falls apart, don't let rejection convince you there's no value in your heart. Some people leave because they're only built for sunny skies. The storm reveals the ones who will stand there by your side. I remember praying nights when heaven felt a million miles away, wondering if my whispered hope had somehow lost its way. Every unanswered question echoed through an empty room, but giving up completely would assign my own doom. So I kept taking one more step when nothing made much sense, building faith through broken moments, not through confidence. Strength was never born from comfort or a life without the rain. It grew inside the places I thought I'd never escape. Now I don't fear starting over, I survived starting from none. Every chapter that I buried became proof I wasn't done. The fire that was meant to end me forged a different frame. Now every scar I carry probably answers to my name. I'm not the same person who begged the world to understand. I've learned peace begins the moment you stop placing your worth in other hands. The comeback wasn't instant, it was earned one day at a time. Brick by brick, I rebuilt a life they thought would never rise. Disappear again, I know the person standing here will still refuse to bend. Cause purpose isn't something anyone can steal away. It's the decision to keep moving when your hope begins to fade. I bury dreams, relationships, and versions of myself. Learn that healing isn't found upon a crowded shelf. It's choosing every morning not to let your pain decide whether you become your wounds or let resilience be your guide. To anyone still fighting battles hidden from the crowd, your silence doesn't make you weak, your survival makes you proud. Keep walking through the darkness even when the light feels gone. The strongest stories often start where everyone else moves on. And if they only loved you while your pockets stay full, while you smile, hear the weight in your victories look beautiful, then let them go without becoming bitter in return. Some lessons cost you comfort, but they leave you wiser than before. So this isn't my goodbye, it's the beginning of my climb. Every scar became a sentence, every setback became a line. The people who abandoned me no longer write my fate. I found the strength they couldn't give, and I won't let it go to waste. And I won't let it go to waste. Funny how the phone goes silent when your life begins to shake. Everybody loved the sunshine, nobody could stand the rain. I carried all their burdens till my own became too much. Then I learned the hardest truth, some hearts don't know real love. I was never asking for a fortune or a crown, just someone who would stay when my whole world was breaking down. Instead I watched familiar faces slowly fade away, like my value disappeared the moment I couldn't save the day. Yeah, I spent years pouring from a cup that had already run dry, smiling through the damage while my soul forgot to fly. Gave my best to people who only love convenient days, then blame myself for expecting loyalty to stay. Now I understand that pain can separate the real from fake. Some people only build with you to celebrate your name, but when the foundation starts to crack beneath your feet, you'll quickly learn who's family and who's just passing through your street. They celebrated every victory, every headline, every win, but disappeared the moment life became too hard to live. It's strange how applause can fill a room, yet silence somehow speaks the truth. The people I believed in became strangers overnight, leaving me alone to wrestle every fear inside. But broken doesn't mean defeated, it means rebuilding starts. Sometimes losing everyone is how you finally find your heart. I stopped counting people, I started counting peace, because peace never lied to me. Oh, I stopped counting people, I started counting people, I stopped counting people. Oh, yeah. I stopped counting people, I started counting peace, because peace never lied to me. Peace never disappeared when I had nothing left. Peace never needed proof that I was worth loving. Yeah, the ones who walked away gave me a gift they never meant to. Yeah, the freedom to stop chasing people who were never running toward me. Yeah. I looked into the mirror searching for the man I used to know. Found somebody stronger standing underneath the broken soul. Every scar became a teacher, every loss became a page. Every lonely conversation slowly turned into a change. I'm not angry anymore, I'm awake, because betrayal doesn't just reveal another person's heart. Sometimes it introduces you to your own strength. If my success was the only reason you stayed, then you never knew me. If my struggle made you leave, then you never loved me. Real loyalty doesn't ask, what can you give me? It asks, how do we get through this together? That's the difference between fans and family. The rain kept falling, but so did I. Onto my knees, into my prayers, back onto my feet. The people who left became memories. The pain became discipline. The loneliness became purpose. And somehow the same heart they abandoned learned how to beat even louder.
Who always carried everyone finally asked for help. I learned that love can disappear the moment it becomes expensive. That's when I found out who was real. I remember every handshake, every promise they would make, every I'll be there forever that dissolved without a trace. When the money stopped coming and the smile lost the shine, everybody found a reason they were suddenly too busy with their lives. I gave my time away like it was never running out. Picked people off the ground while I was drowning in my doubts. Built tables they could eat and celebrated every win. Never thought the same people would lock me outside looking in. I carried all their burdens like they were my own weight. Ignore my own reflection while I helped them find their way. But the second that I stumbled, they pretended not to know. Guess loyalty is seasonal when the winter winds start to blow. I wasn't asking for a miracle or someone to save my soul. Just one honest conversation when my world was losing hope. Instead I heard excuses dressed in polished sympathy. That's when betrayal introduced itself personally. They loved me until I needed them, cheered when I was standing tall, disappeared when I couldn't stand. Now every scar reminds me who remained and who just pretended. If my darkest night exposed the truth, then maybe it was worth it in the end. Yeah, pain became a language only I could understand. Every sleepless night was writing chapters no one ever planned. My mind became a battlefield where every thought attacked, trying to convince my heart there was no coming back. I questioned every memory, every bond I thought was real. Wondered if the love I felt was something they could even feel. Maybe I was just convenient while I carried all the load. Maybe I confused being needed with a place that felt like home. You never really know someone until your pockets empty out, until your confidence collapses and your dreams are filled with doubt. Success detracts applause and failure never gets to hear. Funny how the loudest voices disappear, but every lonely evening built a stronger kind of spine. Every close door quietly redirected my design. I stopped begging for acceptance from people passing through, started building something permanent inside the broken truth. They loved me until I needed them, cheered when I was standing tall, disappeared when I couldn't stand. Now every scar reminds me who remained and who just pretended. If my darkest night exposed the truth, then maybe it was worth it in the end. I found peace in places crowded rooms could never give. Learn survival isn't breathing, it's deciding how to live. Stop measuring my value by the people walking out, because leaving says more about them than it ever says about. I turn my tears into discipline, my anger into fuel. Stop letting disappointment write the definition of my truth. Every setback sharpened vision, every heartbreak raised the stakes. Now I recognize the difference between support and empty praise. Some bridges had to burn so I could finally cross the river. Some endings had to happen just to teach me to deliver. Not revenge, not bitterness, not hatred in disguise, just a quiet confidence that healing never lies. The people who abandoned me became a lesson, not a chain. I refuse to let resentment become another kind of pain. What they took was temporary, what I gained will always stay. A heart that knows its worth even when everyone walks away. I don't hate them, I outgrew the version of me that needed their approval. Sometimes losing people isn't punishment, it's protection. Now if you ask me how I made it through the darkest tears, I tell you it was one more step beyond the weight of fear. One more sunrise after nights that felt too long to survive. One more reason to believe I was created to fight. The silence taught me wisdom that applause can never teach. The valley showed me strength the mountain peaks can never reach. And if another storm arrives, I'll meet it eye to eye, because I've already survived the days I thought I'd die. I'm still standing, not because the road was never fair, but because I found resilience hiding underneath despair. The people who stayed, I'll never take them for granted again. The people who left, I genuinely wish them well, because the greatest comeback isn't proving everybody wrong. It's waking up each morning and discovering you're strong. They love me until I needed them. Now I love myself enough to keep moving forward. The story didn't end with betrayal. I was the shoulder everybody leaned on when their world was falling down. Now I'm carrying my own weight and nobody's around. I memorized their birthdays, celebrated every dream. Now they act like they don't recognize the person underneath the screens. I thought love was unconditional, that's what I believed, until my empty hands exposed what people really see. Some only love the version that can always give them more, than disappear the moment life starts knocking at your door. I used to hate the silence, because it echoed every fear. Now it's where I hear the truth, the loudest and the clearest. The crowd can make you feel important for a moment in the light, but character is built alone in the middle of the night. Every broken promise taught me not to fear goodbye, because every closed chapter leaves another page to write. I'm done chasing people who already made their choice. I'd rather lose the crowd than never lose my voice. I watched my circle shrink until I barely knew a name. Funny how adversity can rearrange the game. The table got much smaller, but the conversation's changed. Less pretending, more honesty, nothing stayed the same. I don't need 1,000 people saying they'll never leave. I'd rather have one loyal soul who truly believes, because quality outweighs quantity every single time. Real hearts don't disappear when life becomes a climb. Some days I question everything I'd ever sacrificed. Wondered if compassion always comes with such a price. Then I realized kindness wasn't ever my mistake. Giving it to the wrong people was the lesson I should take. So I'll never let betrayal convince me not to care. The world has enough broken hearts pretending they don't care. I stay genuine but wiser than I've ever been before, with stronger boundaries standing where my weakness stood before. I survived the days that almost convinced me I was done, when every single sunrise felt heavier than the one before. I kept breathing through the pressure, step by step, mile by mile. Learning strength isn't the absence of pain, it's refusing to stop. Every setback carved a deeper purpose in my soul. Every tear watered the ground where better dreams would grow. Now I don't measure wealth by the people in the room, I measure it by a peace that still survives the darkest truth. If they come back now, because the storms are finally past, they'll meet someone who learned not every reunion lasts. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reopening the door. Sometimes healing means protecting what you almost lost before. I don't carry hate, it weighs too much to hold, but I won't ignore the lessons written in the cold. The fire that almost broke me became the light I found. Now my feet are standing firm on solid ground. One day, they'll wonder how I kept moving without them? How the same heart they abandoned kept finding reasons to mend? The answer isn't complicated, it was never revenge. He was choosing hope again and again and again. Because every chapter written in the ink of suffering can become a testimony if you refuse to quit. The people who walked away became part of my past, but the person I became, that's the part that's built to last.